That's it. I'm not gonna get beyond this point. I don't care. Fuck this shit. Fuck you, Deion. I hate you for this challenge. That's it. I'm not gonna do any more of this.
BAAAMM! What's up, everybody? I am not liable for anybody who drove themselves insane over this challenge. I actually drove myself insane over this challenge, and I knew it was hard, okay? I knew it was difficult, but I had no idea how rage-inducing this thing could be. But it's also, this was by far the hardest challenge that I've ever had. Extremely difficult, extremely difficult. So shout out to everybody who makes it onto this list. Shout out to everyone who tried. There's some people who aren't going to be mentioned that got super far in the challenge. It's commendable for anybody, even if you just got past the first two. If you got past base Goku and base Vegeta, not an easy challenge, okay? I know how hard it is, so shout out to everybody who participated. It's just all in fun. Not everybody can make this list. But without further ado, here are the top 3 in the standard tier, okay? Not the God tier yet. We'll get to the God tier after the standard. Up at number 3 would be the angry man you saw at the beginning of this video, my buddy Casper, otherwise known as the Danish editor. He managed to finish off all the Vegetas and have one Super Saiyan 4 Goku left. The Super Saiyan 4 Goku had full health due to the fact that he ran out of time. So good job, Casper. At number 2, we have Mariofanboy. Mariofanboy had only Goku Super Saiyan 4 left as well, except he managed to get Super Saiyan 4 Goku's health to about half of the second bar of his health. So his last bar of health about halfway down. And then number 1, of course, he's made every single list for every challenge I've had so far. Number 1 for the standard tier is NemesisOnline, who managed to get to Super Saiyan Blue on both of them. He ended up dying there, but nobody like actually completed the mission, just because this thing is ridiculous. Okay, I understand how ridiculous it is. So congratulations, Nemesis. You're so consistent with these things. Thank you so much for participating. Thanks everybody for participating in the standard tier. But up next, change the music. The God tier. So the God tier was much more intense. Grabs essentially gave you invincibility frames, because if you're in the middle of a grab on Vegeta, Goku can't attack you, and vice versa. That's why I added the no grabs rule. And then also, obviously, no capsules means less health for you, so you have to be a lot more cautious. Extremely difficult. This was the hardest thing. Even after this challenge is done, if anybody actually completes this just in their spare time, please let me know. I would just be very curious to see it, because I know how hard this is. This is just like, this set the standard in terms of extreme difficulty in Xenoverse. I'm actually going to have 4 entries for the top God tier people. The reason being because all 4 of these people got to Super Saiyan Blue, okay? And getting there is difficult. When I was trying this myself, I'll tell you how far I've gotten. The furthest I got was Super Saiyan Blue, but I did not scratch those fuckers, okay? I literally spawned in, and then if you guys got Super Saiyan Blue, they immediately hit their ultimate, and for some reason I wasn't expecting it. I don't know why, I was just being cocky. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stand here and perfect block something, and then bam, they destroyed it. Anyways, without further ado, number 4 in the God tier is known as Foxy. Known as Foxy is also another consistent appearance in these challenge reward video things, so make sure you guys go show him some love too. He managed to get to Super Saiyan Blue, which again, getting there, if you guys tried this, you know how extremely difficult this is. So everybody who's on here they're all fucking champions, okay? You guys are all God tier to me. He managed to get to the gods and then take a little notch off of Vegeta's health before Vegeta punched him and knocked him out. So good job, known as Fox. Number 3, a surprise entry just because I haven't seen anything from this guy before, but is DaymeinB. DaymeinB got to the gods just like known as Foxy, just like everybody else on the God tier, but he managed to break down Vegeta's health to about half of his first bar, so that's a bit further progression than known as Foxy, so that's why I put him at number 3. Number 2 and number 1 were extremely difficult, okay? It was extremely difficult to decide whose was more impressive, but I think that just based off of how much damage was done, extremely close. Just because there's a weird outlier that occurred. So number 2 for the God challenge is Keelan Ransom. Keelan Ransom was a little bit weird. It was hard to really read his, because after he finished off Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, he actually got the ultimate challenge where Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta appears. So that was like a huge wrench in my calculations for this whole thing, because like I'm going by how far you get, but if you have Gogeta and everybody else didn't have him, how do I accurately decipher who got further? And the way I went by it is just sheer damage output, who got the furthest and, you know, who did the most damage. So long story short, he manages to beat Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then he gets to the gods. But he doesn't really do much to the gods, but that's to be expected. He just had an extra, you know, 2 huge bars of health that he had to deal. Huge shout out to him for even getting the ultimate challenge, being the only person that I saw get to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who was like the X Factor kind of character who jumped in. The reason why you're number 2 is because number 1 somehow managed to top that. The person, by the way, who should have actually won the last challenge, but for some reason I didn't see his tweet, and that would be Predator. To be specific, FCX Predator 10. Okay, a link for all these people will be in the description so you guys can find them. But the champion, the god tier champion, is Predator. He almost killed Super Saiyan Blue Goku, okay? And he said this was his second best attempt, because his first best, he missed the first part of the recording and he didn't want it to look like he was cheating. So I have no idea how far he got in the first. He said he almost killed them. But in this particular, in his actual entry, he managed to get Goku to his last bar of health. And if you guys didn't know, the gods have 3 bars of health each. So due to the fact that he pushed Goku into his last bar of health and brought it down, and then some a little bit, he nearly killed Super Saiyan Blue Goku. So he took down 2 bars of health and a little bit of the third. That's why I put him above Keelan Ransom, who did 2 bars of health of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but didn't really scratch the gods. You know what I mean? So overall damage output, the winner is Predator. Huge props to him, because he entered a challenge last week. He won, but didn't get recognition for it. Then he was like, okay, SeeReax, I see you. Then he showed up and just did this one and just decided to win this one too. So I got nothing to say to you. Nothing but love. Find this dude in the description, show him some love, see his other challenge too, because again, he didn't get recognition last week. But that's gonna conclude the most difficult challenge that I've had yet. The next challenge is probably gonna be a little more fun, not as like difficulty intensive, just more leisure intensive. So just like a fun little thing to do, and then we'll get back to the heavy shit later, just to take a break from all the mind-numbingness that this challenge was, because I know how difficult it fucking was. Thank you guys so much for participating. Thank you so much for subscribing. Make sure to hit the like button. Show some love to your champions in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one. WUAH!
I'll tell you what, I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I was told I can't leave until this guy gets a shitload of subscribers. Now god damn it, what are you sitting there not subscribed for? There's a like button and a share button. I don't know why I put an H in front of the... God damn it, just subscribe.